Hello everybody, very good evening. Hope I am audible and visible clearly. Please confirm me on the chat box if I am audible and visible clearly. Yes, please confirm me on the chat box if I am audible and visible clearly so that we can quickly start with our discussion. Yes, I can see I am audible and visible clearly. Okay, I can see that I am audible and visible clearly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the confirmation. So very good evening everybody. Hope you all are doing really well. After the December 2025 results were announced, I received numerous calls and messages discussing about the strategies that various students are following for AA and AAA March 2026 attempt. However, I was guiding each one of them one by one and I realized that there are certain points which are common for everybody and everybody needs guidance regarding how they should prepare for their upcoming attempt, which is March 2026 attempt. So what I decided is that let's create a video and let's go live on YouTube to discuss about AA and AAA preparation strategies that you should follow for March 2026 attempt, because these strategies are something that will really make a difference for all of your attempt, and this is very important that you strategize right now and you prepare accordingly so that you clear March 2026 attempt. Okay, so whatever questions you have, you can definitely write on the chat box. I would be happy to answer all of them. However, first of all, what I'll do is I'll explain everything to you. Okay, I will be dividing this discussion into two parts. First we will talk about AA and then we will be talking about AAA as well. Whatever questions you have, you can post it on the chat box. I would be happy to answer it. Okay, also I would be explaining to you that if I would be able to help you, then how I would be able to help you. Okay, so first thing, let's discuss about AA. Okay, let's discuss about the subject called AA first. Okay, when I say AA, how many chapters does it have? How many chapters does it have? You tell me how many chapters. How many chapters? So let's go here. Okay, these are my notes. How many chapters are there? Can you see? There are 31 chapters. There are 31 chapters. Here, in case of AA, one of the common mistakes that everybody makes is that they make a lot of mistake in MCQs. They make a lot of mistake in MCQ answers. Okay, what is the weightage? 30%, right? So a lot of students makes this mistake that they do not prepare appropriately for 30% MCQs. Second thing is that they write generalized answer. For the descriptive questions, what they do is they write generalized answer. What they do? They write generalized answer. Let's first identify the problems, then we will be discussing about the solution part of it as well, right? So they write the generalized answer. When I say generalized answer, what do I mean? That auditor will verify the invoice. Now what would auditor verify in that invoice? They never write. Okay, they say auditor will obtain the evidence. Now what evidence they will be obtaining? No reference. So these are called as generalized answer, and based on all the examiner reports that I have read for AA as well as AAA, examiner hates generalized answer. So that is one mistake that you all make. Okay, let's talk about the third mistake. Now this, I won't say mistake, this is a strategy problem, that when I talk about the syllabus, students don't cover 100% syllabus. You know, there were certain students who reached out to me and said that, sir, tell me, out of these 31 chapters, okay, tell us 5 chapters that we should study and will score good marks or at least pass. Now that strategy should never work. See, there are certain important chapters for sure, but it is not sure that the paper would be asked from those important chapters only. So it becomes really important for you to cover 100% of the syllabus. Is it possible that we cover 100% of the syllabus appropriately? Yes, it is 100% possible. However, you have to start at the right time. You have to follow the right strategy. So watch this video till end. I will be explaining you everything step by step. Okay. So first thing is this, that you don't cover 100% syllabus, and this is a very big mistake, specifically for your AA and AAA subjects. Okay. Now this is third mistake. Okay. Now let's talk about the fourth mistake. Here we have discussed about the concepts. We have discussed about the questions as well, but let's discuss about something very important, which is they miss mock test. When I talk about the mock test, they miss it. When I talk about the mock test, they miss it. Miss it as in they don't miss it that they have not done it. They miss it in the way that they strategically think that there's no requirement of the mock test, and that is a very big and tremendous mistake that you can make. Please do not do it. Okay. Now one more mistake regarding notes. Okay, these are the mistakes. These are the mistakes. Okay, These are not the strategy, these are the mistakes. After this I will be telling you about the strategy as well. Okay, now notes, refer multiple notes. They refer multiple notes. They think that whether we should go for this or that, so they go for both. Some chapters from this, some chapters from that, and that is why sometimes they are not able to understand that what was the content, how it should be covered, how we should write it, what kind of words we need to write. Okay, now these are certain common mistakes which are there for double A. Let's discuss about the solutions part of it now. Okay, let's discuss about the solutions part of it. First thing, when I talk about MCQs, practice and practice. Sir, why are you giving us the dialogues? I'm not giving you the dialogues here. See, what is important here is that practice is very, very important for MCQs. See, even if some new questions comes in front of me, okay, I have multiple years of teaching experience, but if some question comes in front of me, I also have to read it very, very carefully before answering it. Not because I'm not sure about the concepts, but because whenever there's any MCQ, there could be certain accident spots. When I say accident spot, what do I mean? Accident spots means that there could be certain points that examiner wants you to miss. Okay, and that is why generally you are confused between two options. So only practice could help you there. And I'm not saying practice means solving more and more questions. Practice means solving more type of questions, questions that cover all the concepts. So first of all, you should be aware about the concepts, then you should be able to apply to specifically in the scenario of MCQs, because once you are able to score more than 25 marks in MCQs, then you will be sorted for your AA paper. Okay, now descriptive part includes writing practice. But this is not just the writing practice that you pick up any question and you do the writing practice. You have to solve selected questions. See, if I give you 100 questions, 200 questions, 500 questions, 1000 questions and ask you to write it, you might not be able to write it. That is humanly impossible. Okay, but if I give you some selected questions, okay, in the given time, if I give you some selected questions that, my dear friends, you solve this, and I'm not saying that paper would be framed from these questions only, but you will be covering a good concept, a good coverage would be there, and you can solve more questions after you solve these questions. This will help you cover everything, then you can solve other questions as well. So this will help you understand that how the questions could be framed and how you need to answer it. Today only I received a query where one of my students asked me that, sir, for a 5 marks question, how many points we need to write? So first thing to be understood here is that there are no fixed number of points that you need to write. You need to cover the answer, you need to cover all the aspects that is asked in the questions. For example, if they have asked the business risk, okay, just I'm giving you an example. If they have asked the business risk, okay, and there are 8 business risk in the question, and if I tell you that for 10 marks question you need to write 5 points, will you just write 5 points and get done with it? No, that is not right? So what you need to do is you need to write all the 8 points. What you need to do is you can reduce little bit of explanation. Otherwise, if you were able to write 4 lines, you might be writing 3 lines only, but you will be writing all 8 points. That is the strategy that you should follow. Okay, now third point, why are you not able to cover 100% of the syllabus? Because you lack summary notes and revision pointers. See, if you have understood a chapter in say 1 hour, okay, and now you need to revise it, okay, I can read your chats also, you can freely write your points on the chat box. I would be able to discuss it. That is why I have scheduled this live session, otherwise I could have uploaded the recorded session also, right? So although recorded session would also be uploaded, don't worry about it. For all the students who are not able to write their queries here, you can freely write your queries via any medium. I have mentioned all of my social media accounts in the description box. You can reach out to me anywhere. You can WhatsApp me, you can Telegram me, you can reach out to me on Instagram, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Okay, I would be able to help you. Don't worry about it. And I would strongly recommend you to join my Telegram channel for notes and WhatsApp channel for all the related updates. Okay, and definitely subscribe this YouTube channel for revision sessions, for question solving sessions, and a lot more. Okay, now let's discuss about this. When I talk about the syllabus part of it, okay, see, everybody, almost everybody covers the syllabus at least one time, but the students who pass the examination in first attempt, or the students who definitely pass the examination, they don't just cover it once. Okay, what you need to do is you need to revise it again and again. And if you have covered a particular chapter in say 1 hour, do you think that now you need to cover it again in the 1 hour only? No, you should have some certain summary pointers, you should have some revision pointers, you should have certain board notes that you will be referring whenever there would be a discussion of that chapter, and you should be able to finish it off, revise it within 15 to 20 minutes or maximum within 30 minutes. That is the half timing. Okay, although the third revision would be of roughly 2/10 or 1/10 of the timing based on your capacity. Okay, so summary notes and revision pointers are very, very important for your examination. Now, fourth one, mock test. See, downloading the test, writing the answer, giving yourself marks is one thing, but you need evaluation. You need evaluation by somebody who understands that how you have written the answer, what should have been written, okay, and how much examiner would allow in this or award in this particular answer. That is very, very important for you. So you need to understand everything about writing the answer. It's not just about appearing for the mock test, it's also about getting the feedback of the mock test on a timely manner. Here, if you would be studying with me, I would strongly recommend you to appear for at least 1 to 2 mock tests between 15th of February to 20th of February. Okay, do not waste for the last 2 to 3 days, because even if I give you any feedback, you might not be able to respond to it, you might not be able to prepare well for it. So it is highly recommended that you appear for certain mock tests between 15th to 20th of February. Okay, now let's discuss about the notes. See, when you refer multiple notes, I'm not saying that any notes are good or bad. Okay, everybody is trying to teach you only from a very good source. But the point is that when you refer multiple notes, you might not be able to grasp completely the mindset of the author. The mindset of the author, what they are trying to teach you, you might be understanding planning from some other perspective, you might be understanding completion from other perspective. So that is why your mind will not be able to process when there would be a mixed question of planning and completion. You might be writing language A in planning phase, you might be writing language B in completion answer, and there your paper might go inconsistent. So that becomes very, very important for you to understand that this is very, very important, that you should refer one notes, you should trust completely those notes, and you can take multiple references if you are not understanding certain things from those notes, but do not refer different notes for a single chapter. Okay, so one summary notes, this is very, very important for you, my dear friends. Okay, I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear, right? I hope this is clear. Perfectly fine. Any questions? Yes, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? No. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so I hope you got it. I hope you got it. Now let me tell you about something very, very important here. When I talk about the crash course, okay, first of all, let me tell you that who this is for. Okay, this is for students who have already studied AA once. Okay, it could be from any source, it could be a self-study also, but if you have studied completely once, or you have studied at least 70 to 80% once, then this would be for you. Okay, it is not for everybody, it is only for those students who have already completed the study of AA at least once. Okay, if you have not solved the question, then there's a solution, but what I mean is the concept lectures. Okay, now second thing, what you will be getting here. So if I talk about the books, you will be getting physical delivery, that is, it would be delivered to your address of summary notes and question bank. Okay, question bank will have certain selected questions that you should be solving along with the answer with MCQs as well as the descriptor type question. When I talk about the summary notes, how they are going to look, let me show you. Okay, let me show you. So these are my summary notes, these are my handwritten summary notes. Okay, you can see that these are the summary notes. See, these are the summary notes. Okay, it is roughly of 241 pages. Okay, so roughly 220 pages plus certain extra chapters of special pointers over here. So these are the notes that you will be getting. Now let me also show you the question bank. Okay, let me also show you the question bank. Yes, now this is the question bank. This is the question bank. You can see that there is an index. Okay, there's an index, and then there are questions. There are multiple questions. Okay, these are definitely not in the handwritten notes, but the notes are in the handwritten notes. This is of roughly 300 pages. Okay, so see, there are MCQ questions, suggested answers also, everything would be provided to you in the soft copy or hard copy plus soft copy would also be provided to you along with the board notes. Okay, what are board notes? What are board notes? Board notes would be anything that I write over here, you will also be getting a copy of it. Okay, I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Now let's discuss about other things. Okay, let's discuss about the other things over here. This is one thing, but what about the mock test? What about the mock test? So there would be 2 block tests as in half syllabus test and 2 full syllabus test. But sir, why have you considered 2 block tests and 2 full syllabus tests? Let me tell you the reason for it. What happens is, whenever, see, I'm also reading your chats, that is why I'm looking at the mobile phone also. Okay, so yes, when I talk about the mock test, it is not important that you solve 3 portion wise tests, but it is more important that you solve at least 2 full syllabus tests. Okay, in fact, after this also, if you have time, I would strongly recommend you to solve as many papers as you want. We will also be scheduling a pre-March mock session, okay, where we will be solving one paper with you by typing everything specifically in the way that you need to write your answer so that you understand everything. Okay, so this is also very, very important. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Now, will this be with evaluation? Yes, with evaluation. But sir, you have not told us about the concepts and questions. So my dear friends, I would be giving you revision of concepts, all concepts. Okay, this would be covered roughly in 10 to 15 hours. Okay, 10 to 15 hours. Why do I say 10 to 15 hours? It should be covered in 10 hours only, but 15 hours including all the doubt sessions. Okay, then when I talk about the question practice sessions, I would be giving you approximately 30 to 50 questions including MCQs as well as descriptive. Okay, that I will be giving to you. This would be in the recorded mode, but sir, I think you should have given us live. No, my dear friends, recorded is in your best interest. What happens is, whenever you are studying for an attempt which is say 1 month away, okay, you should plan your schedule accordingly. That is why I have given you the recorded mode. So sir, you will never be connecting with us in the live mode? No, my dear friends, I will be connecting. So for all the doubts, queries and certain important pointers, we will be connecting every Friday at 8 p.m. Every Friday at 8 p.m. there would be a live session that we will be connecting on. Okay, that we will be connecting on. I hope you got all the references over here. Now let's discuss about, will this help you solve the practice? Yes. Will it help you to write the descriptive answers? Yes. Will it solve your problem for summary notes? Yes. Will it solve your problem for revision pointers? Yes, because handwritten notes already covers it. Will it solve your problem for evaluation of test papers? Yes. Will it solve your problem for one notes? Yes, because I have created it from multiple sources and I have finalized whatever I have written over there, that should be the best one for you. Okay, so you'll never need to refer to any other notes. You can refer it, but that would just be a duplication of it. So I hope this is clear. This is for AA. I hope this is clear. Any questions? Please feel free to let me know. So we have covered for AA as of now. Anything? Any questions so far? Yes. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Any questions? Yes. Any questions? No. Okay. Now let's start our discussion for AAA. Okay. Here in this part, we will be discussing about everything that you need to clear AAA in your March 2026 attempt. My dear friends, we will be discussing about certain mistakes that everybody does in the AAA preparation. We will also be discussing about the solution of those mistakes, and we will also, since this is a live session, what I'll be doing is whatever queries you have, you can write on the chat box. I would be happy to answer it. Also, just in case if you miss this live session, what you can do is you can come to my YouTube channel, which is ACCA with CA Supreet Agrawal, and you will find this video, and what you can do is you can just comment over there. Okay. Also, I have attached all of my social media accounts, be it Instagram, be it Telegram, be it LinkedIn, on the description box. You can freely reach out to me, not an issue. Okay. Now let's discuss about certain mistakes that everybody makes in their AAA preparation. Okay. See, AAA preparation is more about the concepts with evaluation and application. Concepts with evaluation and application. Okay. Second thing is about practice of case studies. Okay. These are not the case studies for examination examples. These are the case studies for the purpose of the exam solving, the exam questions. I'm talking about the exam questions over here. Okay. Third thing is, even if you have solved plenty of case studies, okay, third mistake that everybody makes is they fail to summarize the content. That is, they revise the content so many times. Okay, they give the same timing for every concept. Okay, that is, if they have studied say money laundering in 1 hour for the first time, they will be revising it again in the 1 hour only. That is a tremendous mistake that you will be doing. Okay, please do not do it. Please do not do it. Literally, I talk to a lot of students who are appearing for double and triple A, and this is one of the core mistakes that they do, and I feel very bad when you do it. That is why I'm creating this video. Whatever queries you have, please feel free to discuss, but do not make these mistakes. This becomes very, very important for all of us to understand. I hope this is clear. Okay. Fourth is, if you have summarized the content, if you have understood the concepts, if you have done everything, then too there is one thing that is missed, which is mock test. But mock test is not just about downloading the mock test from certain sources and solving it and self-marking it. What is important here is that you should do it with evaluation. You should always do it with evaluation. Evaluation by whom? Anybody? No. Evaluation by somebody. It could be anybody, not just a faculty. It could be anybody who has actually appeared for triple A, and who has good knowledge of the AAA paper. Okay, it could be me, it could be any other faculty, it could be any other person who, it could be your senior who has already cleared AAA paper. But please make sure that you get it evaluated. Okay. Now, after this, is there any mistake that we have missed? Any mistake? We have covered the concepts, we have covered the practice, we have covered the summarization of the content, we have covered the mock test with evaluation. Any other mistake? Any other mistake? Any other mistake? Yes. What is more important here to understand is, it is not just important to cover the concepts, cover the questions, cover the mock test, appear for the test series. No, that is one part of it. More important part here is that you do not need to remember, you need to evaluate and synthesize. Okay. When I say this, what do I mean by it? If you go for one pager summary, there is one document which is available on the ACC Global website also, which is the one pager summary, right? One pager for the entire paper. If you go there, you will see that in case of AA, level 1 and level 2 intellectual levels are very important. But when you come to AAA as a paper, level 2 and level 3 are important. Okay. Level 3 is about synthesis. Synthesis as in, it's not just that you have studied this, you have applied this, done. No, that is part of AA. Of course, it is some part of AAA also, but AAA also includes level 3, which is synthesis and evaluation and analysis of the concepts. That is, there could be certain questions which might not be directly from the textbook, which might not directly be from the standards. It would ask for your judgment. Okay. And a lot of students make this mistake that they are not able to provide their judgment. They are not able to provide their judgment, and that becomes very, very important for all of us to understand that judgment is very, very important. Be it anything, but your judgment should be very, very important over here. Okay. So let's discuss about it. These are the mistakes. Okay. How you can correct it. Let's discuss about that here. How you can correct it. Let's discuss about that here. Okay. When I talk about the concept lectures, when I talk about the concepts, okay, you need to revise it again and again. Revise it multiple times. But sir, our classes are generally of 80 to 90 hours for AAA. If we revise it say thrice, we have to invest 270 hours. No, my dear friends, no. Even if the concept lectures are of say 25 to 30 hours only, you do not need to spend 100 hours in revising it 3 times. No, that is not true. What happens is, once you have understood the concept, you do not need to rewatch those lectures in the same speed, in the same context again and again. That's not called revision. Once you have watched the lectures, either you need summary lectures to revise it, or what you need is that you need a good notes or a good summary of the content that you have covered, so that you can self-revise it also. Okay. Now, case studies. So we have solved the case studies with you, with other faculties, with the coaching that we have enrolled in. We have already solved the case studies. Will that be sufficient? No, my dear friends. What happens is, be it me, be it any other person, okay, I'll tell you one thing here. Whenever you will be talking about the case studies for AAA paper, it's not important that whatever you have studied, that would be coming in your examination. No, it's not important. It's not important, no. And it's not mandatory that whatever you have studied, that would only be coming. No, it is analysis and synthesis. So what you need to do is, you need to grasp how you need to frame the answers. And for that, after solving all the questions, you also need a summary of important questions. Okay. For example, generally the 50 marks case study comes from the planning stage. It talks about business risk, it talks about audit risk, it talks about materiality. So what is important here is that you should be aware what kind of questions could be asked and how you need to answer it. I hope this is clear. Yes. Now, fail to summarize content. For that, you need summary notes. Can you create it yourself? Definitely yes. If your time allows, if your schedule allows, if you consider yourself good at summarizing things and understanding it, definitely you can. Okay. I have seen a lot of students who create their own summary notes, and they are wonderful also. Okay. Now, mock test with evaluation. Should you appear for mock test? Yes. Should you get it evaluated? 100%. Okay. If you don't get it evaluated, you consider it that you have not appeared for the mock test only, because once we see our own answers, we will definitely mark ourselves either in a better way or in a worst way. Some people are there who think that if they have write 4 by 5 answer, they will be, or 4 by 10 answer, they will be marking them 8 by 10. And some people are there who, even if they have written 9 by 10 answer, they will be marking themselves 4 by 5. Both are biased. So what you need to do is, you need to get it reviewed by an independent person. It could be your faculty, it could be your institution, it could be certain senior. Can you get it reviewed by me also? Yes, definitely. How? Wait till end, I will be telling you everything here. Okay. So mock test with evaluation, that is very, very important. Mock test with evaluation, that is very, very important. Okay. So get it evaluated by a learned person. It could be anyone, okay, in your connection. Now, evaluation and synthesis, how we can improve it? Evaluation and synthesis, how you can improve it? How you can improve it? Tell me. Evaluation and synthesis. By solving more questions? No. By watching more revision videos? No. By appearing for more mock tests? No. When I talk about evaluation and synthesis, you have to understand question from different perspectives. What if analysis you need to do. What if analysis. What is this what if analysis, sir? So if you are solving say question 1, okay, in that question there is a scenario that Mr. X has done this. Now you also need to understand, if Mr. X would have done that, not this, something else, then what would have been the reaction of the auditor, how the auditor would have understood it. If Mr. X would have done something else apart from these two things, how auditor would have responded, what would be the difference in the auditing report, what would be the reaction of the auditor, how the auditor would respond, will there be any revision of the auditor strategy, how the communication should be done, how the reporting would be affected. You need to know everything about it. Okay. And that becomes very, very important when you talk about evaluation and synthesis. Sir, is this important for AA also? Yes. But is it 100% absolutely important for AAA? Yes. So in AA, if you understand the things and if you are able to apply it, that's what is required. But in case of AAA, what is more important is that you should not just understand and apply. You should be able to analyze and synthesize that particular situation. You should be able to understand all the possible outcomes and the responses and the differences in reporting structure and the differences in planning stage, execution stage, reporting stage, completion stage, every such a stage. Okay, so that becomes very, very important. But sir, how are you able to tell us everything so clearly? Who are you? So my dear friends, I am CA Supreet Agrawal. I teach ACCA and I teach 3 subjects at ACCA, which is ACCA AA, AAA and Law. Okay, so whatever queries you have, please feel free to connect with me. How you can connect with me? I have mentioned all of my social media channels, be it Instagram, Telegram, LinkedIn, YouTube, free resources, notes, everything in the description box. Please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, so what if you show us our notes first? Okay, definitely, no worries. Let me show you my notes. Yes, okay, please allow me 1 minute. Let me open the notes. Yes, but you guys are really smart. Okay, you want to see the notes also. That's good, that's good. Okay, yes. So my dear friends, these are the summary notes. These are the AAA summary notes here. Okay, these are the AAA summary notes here. See, these are the chapters. 20 chapters are there. Okay, plus current issues, and these are my handwritten summary notes. So what is the page? What are the number of pages? 256 are the exact pages where everything would be covered. See, these are my summary notes. Okay, you can open any page. You will be able to revise the full chapters. There is an index also available over here. So how about you show us a question bank? Yes, I will be showing you my question bank also. Please allow me 1 minute. Yes. Sir, you are smart. Okay, you are hiding the iPad whenever you are changing the files. Yes, my dear friends, because there are surprise bonuses also that you will be getting to know later on. So I cannot reveal everything right now, right? So yes, this is the question bank. See, again the index is there, and see. So what is this? What is this? What is this? The marking that you have done. What are those markings? So those are called as board notes. So what are board notes? Board notes are that whenever I solve a particular question, I help you write everything over there. That how the question is presented, how the answers are presented, what are the accident spots, everything. Okay, the meaning, the difference in language that you could have written, the important pointers, everything. Okay, so will this help us? Definitely it will help you, my dear friends. But sir, if I want to prepare with you, okay, you as in, I'm not saying, I'm asking a question on your behalf, because here the chat box is also open. Okay, I can read your minds also. So if we want to learn from you how we should do it and what you will be able to provide us, let me tell you everything. Okay, no worries. First thing, we call it with a lot of love, crash course. Okay, sir, is it like there's a separate crash course that you have solved in the previous past and now you're solving it with us? No, it is specifically for March 26 attempt. Okay, a fresh one. Okay, what I'll be covering notes, I'll be covering concepts, questions. Let me tell you about the books that I would be providing. Let me tell you about the mock test. Let me tell you about the doubt support. Okay, let me tell you everything. Okay, so first of all, concepts. Yes, 100% concepts, 100% concepts in 10 to 15 hours. Okay, questions, selected questions. But sir, why are you not giving us all the questions? My dear friends, I have the recordings of all the questions. I am giving you selected questions in your interest, because this is for somebody who has already studied AAA ones, right? Now these two would be recorded. So sir, you'll never come live with us. How will we solve the doubts? So first of all, for doubt support, we will have live sessions. Let me write it more clearly. We will have live sessions every Saturday at 3 p.m. as per IST, Indian Standard Time. Okay, so books, will you be providing a soft copy or hard copy? Hard copy. Of what? Of two things, summary notes and question bank. So are these the same summary notes and question bank that you just showed us? Yes, exactly those summary notes. Everything covered in 200 approximately pages, right? So that is very, very important for all of you. Now the mock test. So 2 block mock test, 2 block test and 2 full syllabus test. But sir, what's the use of these tests if you will not be evaluating it? When did I say I will not be evaluating it? This is with evaluation. I hope you got it. Okay. Now, if you have any questions, I would love to answer it in the chat box. You can also feel free to reach out to me via any medium. Okay, it is mentioned in the description box. You can check out everything. You can check out the notes. You can check out the demo lectures. Everything would be provided to you. Don't worry about it. Okay, my whole purpose is that you should be able to clear your AA as well as triple examination in March 2026 attempt. When you guys send me the messages after you clear the examination, I feel really good. Okay, so my name is CA Supreet Agrawal. Whatever queries you have regarding law and audit, please feel free to reach out to me. I would be happy to answer it. If you have any questions right now, I would be able to answer it on the chat box also. Yes, please tell me. Just in case if you are watching it in the recorded mode, please post your queries either in the comments or reach out to me via any medium. Don't worry about it. Yes, please tell me. Done? Done? No queries? Oh, we have covered everything so well that there are no queries. Thank you so much, my dear friends. See you in the sessions, and whatever queries you have, you can feel free to reach out to me. Okay, just for your introduction, I'll be telling you certain parts, although there are links that are available, but I'm available on, let me create this cloud. I'm available on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Telegram, and WhatsApp channel also. Okay, Instagram and YouTube are by the same name, which is ACCA with CA Supreet Agrawal. LinkedIn, you can search me by the name of CA Supreet Agrawal. Telegram, you can search me by the name of ACCA. This is my channel's name, ACCA with CA Supreet Agrawal, AGRAWL. And WhatsApp channel is also by the name of same, ACCA with CA Supreet Agrawal. No, sorry, I made a mistake over here. This is by the name of CA Supreet Agrawal, that vertical line, and law and audit. Okay, so you can reach out to me. All the links are mentioned in the comment section, also in the description section also. You can reach out to me. Don't worry about it. We will help you clear your AA as well as your AAA paper in March 2026 attempt. So got it for